Welcome to Learning Buddy. Today's topic will be communication. Now, to understand what communication means, we must understand its origins first. Communication comes from a Latin word communis or communicare, which also means common. The most basic definition of communication is an exchange of thoughts, messages, or information by the way of speech, signal, or writing. Communication is a two-way process which is continuous as well as dynamic in nature. It is a pervasive activity which involves a sender and a receiver who exchange their ideas and opinions. Communication in any form, verbal or non-verbal, is goal-oriented and is effective only when the sender and the receiver develop a mutual understanding of the subject. Elements of communication are sender, message, encoding, transmission, receiver, decoding, and feedback. A sender is a person who initiates, generates, and sends the messages. The idea that is to be transmitted by the sender is known as a message. Encoding means translating the message into words, symbols, or gestures. It may be a combination of all three. The process of giving meaningful interpretation to the message is known as decoding. Sometimes the messages may be transmitted orally or in writing. The manner in which the messages are transmitted is known as the channel. The person to whom the message is conveyed is known as the receiver. The receiver's response to the sender's message is known as feedback. Noise refers to any kind of obstruction caused by the sender, message, or the receiver during the process of communication. Bad telephone connection, faulty encoding, faulty decoding are some examples of noises. Communication process is a sequence of activities where the message is created, encoded, sent, and the message sent is understood by the receiver in its intended meaning. There are two phases of communication, the transmission phase and the feedback phase. During the transmission phase, the message is transmitted from the sender to the receiver, and during the feedback phase, the response or the feedback is received by the sender from the receiver.